Alright guys, Scotty here, Scotty's Backyard Barbecue. Today we're going to do that honest review on the Oklahoma Joe Tahoma 900. The good, the bad, what I like about it, what I don't like about it. Before you go out and buy one of these pits, let's check it out, folks. Alright, I'll take the camera off the tripod and let's do a little walk around, talk about it. If you have any questions or concerns, leave the comment down below. I paid for this pit with my own money, so I'm free to say whatever I want about it, good or bad. Alright, I want you to have all the information you can get before you go make this purchase. Alright, let's bring the camera down, see what we got going. Alright guys, as you can see, it's a little dirty because Scotty has used this thing over 20 times. Some on camera, some off camera. Got my butter from the last cook. Alright, it's a little dusty. I don't have a cover for it. I couldn't buy one offline, so I don't know how come they don't have a cover online, but I'm trying to get a cover for this. Some of the people who got this grill for free, they threw in a cover, but I would like to get a cover. Anyways, controller is awesome. I like that. It's a little touchy. I got the timers. It's awesome. Alright, we got these shelves. It's cool. This handle is awesome. I added this myself. I do this all my pit. Alright, as you can see the inside, we're going to talk about the good and bad of the inside. This is my added temperature probe. Oh yeah, we got 2 ports on one on this side and one on that side. That's awesome. Alright, let's take these grates off. Dirty. Now like I say, I have over 20 cooks on this pit. And this is the heat shield grease tray slash keep your stuff clean. We'll talk about that, what I don't like about it. I mean, it does a pretty good job, except some of the grease will go down into these holes. I mean, there's no way around that. You know, the grease will run down in here instead of going down the trough if you're cooking like a brisket or a pork butt. Alright, any fatty. As you can see on any pit, doesn't matter what kind it is, the fat stays on the heat shield, alright? Not all the fat runs down. The watery stuff will run out, the fat that's burned will be here. Okay, now I never took the grease tray out of this yet, folks. Alright, we got some grease in there. Alright, there's 22 cooks. Brisket, pork butt, ribs. Alright, let's take this heat shield out. Very easy to move, but I'm using one hand. Alright, and inside you'll see some of the grease that might go in here. So if you want to maybe put some aluminum foil down there, if you're one of them clean freaks, do that. So far that's doing pretty good. It ain't plugging up with ashes or nothing. Alright, you got your little flipper deal. This thing will come off. It's only on with one screw. You got the flipper. Down here you can see the fire brick is still in place, still looking good. Awesome little unit. If you want to make great barbecue, folks, this is a pit for you. But hang on, folks, let me put this back in. Okay, folks, now down here I'm going to show you some of the bad parts I had with it when you assemble these things. Alright, a lot of YouTubers won't cover this because they're not allowed to say anything, but I am. Make sure these vents are all working. This one sticks. Yeah. And if that sticks open, your fire will not go out. I had trouble 2 or 3 times with the fire not snuffing out. You have to make sure these shut, or the wind will come up through this fan and right in here. Anytime you get air in a fire chamber, it won't snuff the fire out. These little tabs here, you have to bend it like that. I don't have my pliers, but anyway, if you bend that over, see, now it works. Just make sure when you assemble it, all these are flipping good. Alright, I'm going to put this fan back on, and we'll be right back, folks. Alright, folks, I got the fan back on. Alright, let's see what else we can show you. Alright, this is what a firebox will look like after 22 cooks. Alright, not too bad. You got your fan switch far enough away so you're not getting no gook to gum it up like the Masterbuilt. So far that's got a lot of, that's pretty solid. This is a way better switch than the Masterbuilt. Alright, like I said, I wish it had a handle. This ain't strong enough to move it. This is almost ready to break off. So you gotta be careful there. See that? This is not made for moving it. It needs a handle here or here where you can move it around. Ah. Let's see. Let's get this out of the way. Down here is where you put your stuff. Here, what you got to do, make sure, is when you pull this out, to clean in the back. Right. Ashes could fall down in there. It'll keep this from going in. So make sure that it's cooled off before you pull that out. Alright. Now, all your screws, have anything to do with this firebox, you have to make sure you got them super tight, folks. Because any air that gets into that chamber, your fire will not shut off. It'll still burn all night. Okay, that's the only bad draw about this thing. Out of 22 cooks, I've had maybe 4 fires that didn't go out all the way. That was because of that little flipper back here. See, the air comes up through here. And the one, you know, you can't put a fire out if it's got air supply. So you gotta make sure your thing is shut. And make sure your little flippers are working. Alright, what's the other thing I was going to tell you? Oh, you also have to make sure that it's level. Alright, very important. Well, any grill should be level. I got mine leveled up pretty good. You want to maybe do a half a bubble, you know, if you can. Make a maybe like a half a bubble like that. That'll help the charcoal go down. I was having trouble with the charcoal feeding in. Alright, I had to get in there and move it around. But once I leveled it, and even gave it a half a bubble, and then it worked fine. Out of 22 cooks, I only had to mess with that charcoal 3 or 4 times. Alright, got good wheels. I mean, this thing's a beast. It turns out awesome food. But like any pit, it's going to have its drawbacks, folks. Other than that, I have no problem with the controller yet. I've never owned an Uncle Joe product with a controller. I only own a couple of them offset smokers. I got 2 of them. Awesome. Oklahoma Joe Highlander. Alright. But this is my first Oklahoma Joe with a controller. Now the app, I'm not an app guy. I could not get the app to work for me. Scotty doesn't know technology. Scotty knows barbecue. So if you're a technology guy, you probably had no trouble getting the app to work. My grandson was here. He'd get the app to work for me. But I'm an old timer. I can't get the app to work on any of my pits, not just the Oklahoma Joe. Alright. But Scotty's a barbecue man. He tends to watch his pit anyway. So overall, it's a good pit. It's a beast. It's built like a tank. If you have any questions or concerns, leave me a comment. Alright. Other problem, not really a problem, is this shelf. It doesn't slide, but it's also a pain in the butt to get in and out. You know, I have a very hard time getting this shelf in and out of here. Mostly with 1 hand. I'll try it with 2 hands. And you can see I struggle to put that shelf in, but once you get it in, it's in. But it's it doesn't slide, so I'm gonna try to rig up something where I can put a slider shelf in, and have Troy Victor make me a rack. Oh, that ain't no big deal, but it works as advertised. Like I say, you go watch all my videos. It turns out amazing food. I put this in here all the way across doing my chicken. It was even cooking all the way around. Alright. I'm a low and slow guy, so I don't use I don't grill steaks. And I got a lot of Weber kettles and gassers. That's what I cook my steaks on. I will be doing a steak video. I've done a couple off camera. Now I'm gonna go and film it. But being a heat shield here, I don't see this searing a steak very good. But folks, you take that heat shield out, put these grates back in, fire this baby up to 500. I ain't kid you not, folks. You're gonna sear some awesome steaks. The heat coming out of that thing heats this cast iron up. Awesome. So if you want to play around with your pit, you want to sear up some steaks, pull the heat shield out, put the cast iron back in, fire it up to 450, 500. Alright. I don't recommend it. I don't think Oklahoma Joe recommends it, but this guy can grill up a nice ribeye like that. It gets this stuff red hot. Okay, other than that, leave a comment down below what you think. I say it comes with 2 probes. Probes work fine, but you know, eventually on all probes they're going to fail. Even my pit bosses, smoke fire, they all give out after a while. We all know that. So, anyway, like I say, it's dirty. I used the crap out of this thing. I put it through the test, folks, like no one else ever will. I'll be using this all summer. I'm not going to turn around and sell it after a few videos. I paid for this myself. You're going to see this cook on it all summer. Pretty soon I'll be moving it out in the yard. It's going to be awesome. Alright folks, thanks for watching this video. Like I say, there's not a lot of things I don't like about it. Probably the two things I didn't like is the grease don't always make it out. So you put some tin foil down below there to keep it clean. Not a problem. Level it. Charcoal will slide down, no problem. And the fire will snuff out if you have all the air leaks fixed. That's the problem, alright? If air gets in, it ain't gonna snuff out. Okay, it took me a few tries to figure that out. But you know, with fire, anytime it gets air, it won't snuff out. So maybe in their later edition, Oklahoma will address them problems and come out with a, all grill after their little problems. Okay, thanks for watching. This guy's Backyard Barbecue. Where barbecue is a way of life, folks.